Not Worth the Time with Wade Taylor. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Not Worth the Time. We're here, we're doing it, and it's late. What do you know? It's late. It's trying to forgot this one. Forgot to do it, but we're here. We're putting it in though, dude. We're putting in the work, and you're getting it. You know, here it is. Better late than never, as they always say, right? Fashionably late. You know, the thing I hate. I'm pretty sure I probably ranted about that before. I hate being late. I hate not getting things done on time, and I hate when I'm not scheduling things the right way, and here we are. Look at me. Early for everything except the pod. What? Nobody ever puts out anything online ahead of schedule. That never happens with movies either, now you think about it. Have they ever just gotten a movie done and they're just like, we're going to put it out 2 weeks earlier? No, our release date's this weekend. Nope. We're going to do it now. We're putting it out now. That's what we've decided. We're moving forward. Movie goes out now. Like, and all the theaters are somehow just cool with that. I guess, yeah, it can go out. Has Netflix ever done that? They have their premieres of that? Do they ever just like, we just dropped it. Fuck it. We're done. We're just going to put it out there. Just put it out now. It's been in the can. It's just sitting here. Just put it out. We're not going to make them wait for Stranger Things Season 11. Put it out now. It's already there. We don't even have it edited yet. Just put out the director's cut. It's stuff every fucking scene, every take. Ooh, every take. That would completely throw off their entire algorithm. It's just each episode's fucking 29 hours long, from bloopers to all different cuts to them trying different accents on different takes. They don't even have a British accent in this show, but all of a sudden every character's doing it. You know, they went to the Upside Down and it fucked with their equilibrium, and now all of a sudden they're just talking in Old English. And that's what they're doing. It's all turned into The Witch. That movie rules, by the way. I don't know if anybody's seen that movie, The Witch. I think, is that an A24 movie? I'm pretty sure it is. But they just speak Old English in it the whole time. And it's crazy to try to follow along. It's the first movie I ever watched where I was like, oh, I get subtitles now. I used to really hate subtitles. And then I watched this movie. I was like, oh, this makes sense now. We definitely need to have subtitles on this. Yeah, it is an A24 film. It's a fucking doozy of a film, though. I really enjoyed that one. That was, I don't like many horror movies, but that one fucking ripped. It was really good, you know. That's one I could watch again during the Halloween spooky season, which it's now over. You know, I talked about that on the last podcast about how it's over, and we already have Christmas decorations up at our house. I know. And I'm glad, though, to see that all the Halloween decor's down, okay? And the only reason why, it's not like I'm freaked out by it. I am freaked out by it. I was about to say that and then completely say the exact opposite of that. I was about to contradict myself right away, which is the main staple of this podcast, is me talking myself back into the corner that I was originally in, trying to, separate myself from a group and then jumping right back into it with it. Yeah, no, they freak me out, dude. Halloween decor outside freaks me out because there's always just some creepy figure standing in the dark. And it wouldn't be that bad, right? When you're driving or whatever, you know it's Halloween, whatever. The problem I have, especially like at night, doesn't matter. Later, it's kind of lit up, whatever. That's the whole point. It's supposed to be spooky at night and whatnot. The thing that sucks is if you have like the timer lights and they turn off at a certain time or whatever, they never retime them to turn back on in the morning, and I like to take the dog on a morning walk and it's dark as shit outside. And I'm just taking a leisurely walk with my dog, and I see what looks like to be a tiny child sitting in a rocking chair outside someone's house at 4:30 in the morning. Don't ask me why I take the dog on a walk at 4:30 in the morning. Mind your own fucking business. That's what I do when I see what appears to be a child. I mind my own fucking business. Keep moving. It freaks me out, and I know what it is because I've driven by it every day. It's this fucking little stuffed fucking doll, exorcism-looking thing that sits out there, and that's another reason why I'm freaked out. I keep an eye on it. Like, I keep an eye on it like you do a creepy porcelain doll at your aunt's house. You know, your aunt who collects My American Girl dolls or some form of those fucking things and has them lined up. You can't turn your back on them. That's when they start moving, you know? It's like that Doctor Who gargoyle thing. I don't even know. I don't watch Doctor Who. I just know they have a thing like that where when it's dark, all of a sudden those statues fucking move and shit. That's what those dolls do. And that's what you got to keep your eye on it. And that's what I treat this creepy fucking childlike thing sitting in a rocking chair. I have to keep my eye on it as we pass it. And then I have to backpedal for a little bit. My dog is just out way ahead of me, sniffing or whatever. She's not even guarding me. She doesn't even care. You know, she has no fear of this doll because she can smell that it's not alive. But then again, could she smell the evil in it? I don't know. I hope so. That would be fucking cool. If my dog could just sniff evil. They say dogs can sense evil. Maybe I need to pay more attention to her. She saw that doll, didn't freak out at all. She was just like, well, we're going about my day. Where's my favorite spot to poop? And she just kept on trucking. Meanwhile, I'm fucking locked in on this thing like I know it's like Toy Story, dude. If I just keep my eye on it, it won't move. This toy won't get up and start chasing me or anything, you know? I hate it. So I'm glad all those decorations are gone for this year. I no longer will get freaked out when I'm trying to take the dog on a walk. Even though I still do. I still do because I have one neighbor. They leave their kitchen light on the entire night. They must, or at least one of their kitchen lights on, right? And when I walk by this house on my daily walk, every time I see what looks to be like a head in the fucking window. It's just a weird shaped thing. And in my head, in my overactive imagination, my brain just firing all cylinders, panic mode when I see a fucking figure in the corner of my eye, it always looks like a Shogun samurai mask. You know what I'm talking about? Did you guys ever see Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time? You know, the mask that the Ninja Turtles wear, the really creepy ones, you know, that the samurai wore to freak out their enemies. They had to do that one. Those things are terrifying just to look at, right? But I feel like, did they use some kind of like hallucinogenic warfare in order to make them look like demons? Like they just fire some like chemical acid, like so their opponents were tripping balls. They're just launching just jugs of acid on catapults, and it's landing on those dudes, and they start tripping balls. And then you see those dudes come in with a big old fucking face masks that look like demons, and then they just get slaughtered by them. They're terrifying masks, dude. It looks like a Shogun mask, right? And I don't know what it is. I always stare at it and try to figure it out. And I even had the dumb thought the other day. It's like, I should just walk up there and see what it looks like. And that's a stupid thought for multiple reasons. The first obvious one being, you can't walk up to someone's house in 5 a.m. in the morning and just look in their window. You just can't do that. And I don't think I need to even explain why you can't do that. If you're listening to this podcast going, well, I don't know, that seems like you need help. You need to go see a social coach to just learn how society works and what boundaries are. You need help to understand that it's not okay to just go peer into somebody's window. I shouldn't have to explain the obvious reason why that's bad. Here's why, the deeper second dumb reason why it's bad to do. Okay, if on the just smallest if chance, okay, these are serial killers, right? That head in that thing, in that little mask thing, that's what you call a decoy. That's what hunters use to lure in their fucking prey. That would be so poetic for me to get got that way. Just getting lured in by like what is that? Huh? I gotta investigate that. I Scooby-Doo myself into death. Come on, gang. Let's go in here and see what this going on in here. And I just get murked that way. That's how I end up dying. because I fell for a fucking decoy in the window. Even those guys are good. Even if they were trained serial killers, they'd be like, we've been using that scarecrow to try to attract somebody for years, and it's never worked. We've always had to go out and free range find her. Had to go to the local hunting ground. We've never been able to catch one on our property. It's fucking dumb. And the fact that I, at one point, just in the morning, I was like, I should just go see what that is dumb. Now, maybe what I do is just, next time I see that person in their yard, if I take the dog on an afternoon walk, I just ask him, hey, what's in your window? Just really creepily, just like, hey, quick question, what's in your window? It freaks me out every morning I walk by here. I stare inside your kitchen and try to guess what it is every day. Is it a Shogun mask? Are you guys weeaboos? Do you guys really into Japanese culture and you have a Shogun mask in your window? Because if so, we should hang out. What anime do you like? What's your favorite anime? Let's find out. Is it a Rurouni Kenshin? That's a deep cut. Rurouni Kenshin is a samurai anime that nobody remembers, it seems like. The reverse blade sword. He kicked people's ass. His blade faced him. That's what was always funny to me about the show. He had a reverse blade sword. So the blade faced him, and the blunt end was out towards their opponent, so that's why it was like less deadly, and he wouldn't actually hurt people, he just hit them. But he could still always flip it around and use the razor edge. It is what it is. Anyway. But yeah, so I'm glad all the Halloween decor is gone, because I'm not getting freaked out anymore. Now I just have the normal freak out from what my neighbor has in their window, and I'll continue that till the day I die, which will be when I actually go up there and they catch me with that decoy. Just replaying that memory all the time. It's just ingrained up in here. And that's what we're a good jumping off point into the article I found this week, guys. Now, if you guys joined me last week, you found out that I found out about magazines. Which is a stupid way to say that. But I found out that there's digital versions of the magazines. Oh, no shit, Wade? Are you telling me they digitalized magazines and put them on your phone? No fucking way. Yeah, I know. But you can get them for free via the library app. That's the big thing a lot of people don't know about. So I've been looking at like the science magazines and that's where we've been getting all these cool articles. There's this magazine called New Science is what it's called. And so I've been getting some cool ones from that. And this week, speaking of visualizing memories and seeing that, this one I thought was very cool. Check this out. It's rats can mentally recreate places they have visited before. Guys, rats have memory. What? No, they have memory? Who? Oh, what? Who would have thought a thing with a brain has memory? Who would have thought? Of course a rat has memory and can recreate the places they've been. They know where they got the best slice of pizza in New York City the one time. These rats know all the good spots in New York. Fuck talking to a culinary expert who lives in New York City. You just gotta go find Ratatouille, and he'll tell you the best spots in New York. And he'll tell you how to get the grub for free. He can tell you every 5-star Michelin restaurant. He's never paid a dime for a Michelin star restaurant. Not this rat. He's too good. So let's find out what they truly mean, right, about this. So, just like someone may look back on a treasured holiday, wish they were still there, rats imagine being places they have visited before. A region of the brain called the hippocampus. The College of Hippos. Hippocampus. Yeah, that one didn't age well for them. That's been ripped to shreds, I'm sure, a ton of times. You just got a Hippo University right up in your fucking Chrome Dome. I'm an idiot. Which plays a big role in memory. Very consistent across mammals, which led scientists to suspect that non-human animals are similarly capable of imagining places they have been to before. To investigate, Albert Lee at a Beth Israel Drecon Medical Center in Boston. Why do all these places have to have such long names? This has just been a common thing that I've complained about on this podcast when it comes to reading anything science or medical journaling. Why does everything need 9 words to name it? It's fucking insane. His colleagues devised a 360-degree virtual reality arena. They had 3 rats walk on a treadmill within this, but the VR made it look like the animal. But the VR made it look to the animal like it was moving through space, resembling a dark tunnel. Okay, got it. The rats were trained to find a certain space within the VR for a reward of sugary water. While they looked for these, electronic signals were being recorded from their hippocampus. The researchers used the data to produce a brain-machine interface that reverse engineered the signal produced by the rats into the image that were displayed in the VR arena. They also wondered if rats imagining a location within the VR, which involves an interaction of hippocampal cells, would cause it to appear in the arena. The second experiment, the researchers tested this idea by getting the rats to do 2 tasks. Okay. These both involved the rats being placed on a treadmill, but unlike before, moving didn't affect what they saw. In the first task, the rats had to imagine navigating to a particular shape they had already seen, and for instance, a circle. To receive the sugary water by envisioning the locations in the VR. That they had been through the rats activated certain hippocampal cells, which was translated to the brain-machine interface to imagine to images in the VR. The rats quickly learned that. Sorry, I had to scroll back up here. Moving on the treadmill did not get them closer to the shape, but imagining how they would reach it led to what they saw in the VR changing, bringing them closer to the circle, says Lee. They grasped it really fast, said the team manager, Kongxing Lee, at the Howard Hughes Medical Institute of Maryland. Man, one of these days, I'll be able to read through one of these perfectly, So, man, they basically got rats to use their brains in such a capacity that they were just imagining solving the problem. That's really impressive that rats so fast, that's how intelligent they are. Rats are super intelligent. That's why it's kind of crazy we run so many experiments on them. It kind of feels ethically wrong because I also think that's hilarious in science that a big talking point is, listen, you can't run experiments on smart things. If you run it on dumb things, who gives a shit? If it's a really dumb thing, who fucking cares? Let it be dumb. And we can run an experiment. Who cares? We could teach a dumb thing to do something smart. Whoa, that's just evolution and cool. Rats are super smart though. They're like the problem solving that you see display for rats in order to get anything is pretty goddamn crazy. There's every study known to man about how fucking smart they are. So it doesn't surprise me they're able to do this. But it's interesting that they can grasp that controlling it and imagining it using their mind in order to get a reward. It's pretty fucking advanced. I mean, they're using they're understanding technology that, let's be honest, most of the human population doesn't really understand. Also, we don't have imaginations anymore, so I don't think we could even do this. In the second task, the rats learned to move a shape in the VR to a specific location using their imagination. Unlike In the first task, the world around them didn't move, which caused the animal to move less themselves. We wanted them to sit still and imagine, just like humans, said Lee. Um, the rats did both tasks successfully. This is the first time it's been shown that animals can control. This is the first time that it's been shown that animals can control this internal mold of the world in their hippocampus, says Lee, who expected the similarities to the hippocampus across mammals, meaning that they are capable of such thought. Dude, that means horses could definitely remember things, which or horses could like remember places. They probably do. Yeah, they have to. That makes the most sense in the world because like your dog remembers places. You take your dog to places, it literally starts seeing it and remembers it. You just say the word grandma to your dog, and it probably thinks you're talking about it's your mom because dog parents. But you say that, and that dog is thinking and remembering your grandmother, your mom's face, and your home and stuff like that. Makes total sense that mammals could do this. It'd be really, but lizards can't. They're just so focused on must eat bugs, use tongue, survive. Lizard brain, cold, hot. But somehow similar rats, imaginations to a person's remains an open question, says Lee. Research plans to expand on future studies. The study shows that rats can imagine doing things in a way very similar to us without actually doing them, says Frank. The rats were able to willfully control activity of their nerve cells in their hippocampus, very much like what we do when we imagine things. To my mind, this shows that not only are rats capable of mental time travel, but they are also conscious. Yeah, of course they're conscious. Oh my God, I always find that weird about people involved in studies of the brain when they're studying animals, right? Of course they're conscious. You have to be conscious in order to move and exist. Like I would imagine, if you're not aware of your existence, like that's the thing that drives me fucking crazy here. If like a rat wasn't aware of its existence, it then wouldn't try to eat and sleep and survive because it's literally, I know it's driven by, I guess, instinct, but in order to survive, like that there is death. So therefore you understand that you're conscious because you understand that death is a thing. So of course it's conscious, it's wild that they have they can mentally time travel. I like that. That's a way to describe that. It's very fascinating the more you find out about animals that way. It also explains that Master Splinter definitely could have learned karate. I always thought that was bullshit in the Ninja Turtles, like him in the cage practicing. Nah, man, Splinter definitely remembered his master fucking teaching him karate and shit. That was definitely going on. So he memorized that shit, dude. Of course, it all makes sense now. Ninja Turtles definitely could happen. It just needs hit a big old bottle of ooze to fall on Master Splinter, and we got fucking turtles coming soon, dude. Dude, if the rats are evolving, they're gonna take over. They will take over. That'll be the next species once we have our peace and set forth our global extinction. The rats will rise, dude. There's only like 100 rats for every person in New York or whatever. I don't even know what it is. That's probably not true, but I know it's astronomical. But hey, you know what? We learned something cool. Rats can mentally time travel, and that's something you could take to Thanksgiving this year as a fun fact, everybody. Just say that at the dinner table right before everybody bites into their mashed potatoes. Just bring up rats. Do you know rats know they can actually imagine places they've been before? And just say that. And you watch everybody probably be like, I don't want to eat anymore. Guess what? You get more Thanksgiving leftovers. Boom. I just helped you apply what you just learned for nothing. So now it is worth the time. For once, I gave you practical advice that wasn't not worth your time. But guys, thank you for listening to Not Worth the Time. And if you enjoyed this show, man, you need to head over to punandgame.com where you can find this show, Who Gives a F, and a backlog of other podcasts we've had on the network for years. You got the Empty Parlor, Things About Stuff, Monster Jamboree, all sorts of cool stuff on there for you to check out. Hours of content. So go over there and check out punandgame.com for all of that. And while you're there, don't forget to go to the Pun and Game shop and get yourself something cool to represent your favorite show here at punandgame.com. Get yourself a hoodie, a t-shirt, all sorts of cool shit there to represent Not Worth the Time and Who Gives a F. So get something there. And don't forget to use promo code not WGF. Use that one too. I don't care. But use the promo code NWTPOD. That's NWT Pod, and that gets you free shipping at checkout. NWT Pod. That gives you free shipping at checkout, guys. So go use NWT Pod to get yourself something nice there. And then after you're done doing that and you want to watch the video version of this or see some of my stand-up, go to youtube.com and search Comic Wade Taylor. Comic Wade Taylor is where you can find the video versions of this show, Who Gives a F, and so much of my stand-up, guys. Comic Wade Taylor on YouTube, posting clips every Wednesday of jokes. You have my old half hour on there, Wild Horses. Check that out. We really appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much for the support and listening to this show. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. And remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do.